technological stuff. So, when he was questioning Prahlada's answer was, Indugaladu, Anduledu, Hani Sandehamu Valadu, Chekri, Sarvopagatundu, Yendendu Vedaki Chuchina, Andande Kaladu, Danavagrani, Vinte. He said, listen carefully, dear father. Don't think that he is here. He is only here, but he is not there. Nothing like that. He is all pervading. Listen carefully. He is all pervading. Indu galadandu ledani sandehamu valadu. Chakri sarvopagatundu. He is present everywhere. He is not present just in Puttaparthi. He is not present just in Shirdi. He is not present in one place. He is present everywhere. If you listen carefully to see the divine consciousness everywhere, Prahlada had already reached that stage of connecting to God wherever he is. And then what happened? He said, he challenged him. When the devotee gets challenged, the devotee doesn't have to do anything. He just prays only. You turn to God. Because who else will you go and ask? No need for us to respond also. Just shut up. Turn it into the big guy. The big guy will take care of it. He said, okay, is he in this pillar? Show me now. Then he said, he didn't respond. He closed his eyes and prayed to Narayana. This guy took his mace and hit the pillar. What happened? Who came out? Vajranakhaya vidmahe tishnadagishtraya dhimahi tanno narasigumha prachodayat. Now, all of that story we can go into. But agrevadha means right there and then present to take care of the oath he gave to his devotee. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. When we actually think about Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, the one who doesn't think of anything else and anybody else but me and me and me only constantly, with me in the present in the presence of the eye of the mind and the physical eye, and upasate, paryupasate. Upasana means, asana means to sit. Upasana means to sit close. Paryupasate means you cannot be even sitting closer than closer. He is right within you how much close you want to be. But you have to have that faith that he is more closer to me than my own eyelid is to my eye. That is the faith. And that was the faith that Prahlada had. And Shishupala had totally different. See, now this is the most incredible thing about God. In the same place at the same time, there will be people that will be worshipping him like Prahlada or Dharmaraja or Arjuna, and in the same congregation there will be Shishupalas, there will be Duryodhanas who question. Why? Because they are seeing with the physical eye. For them, God is a human form. He is just another Yadava. Yadava means the cowherd boy. He is not even a Kshatriya for them. That's how they are looking at him. But you see, the most interesting thing is, for him it doesn't really matter. Whether you know him and worship him, you know him and insult him, you do not know him but yet worship him in another way, you do not know and you do not worship, it doesn't really matter. Because the substratum, he is not affected by any of this stuff. He is the one that is unaffected. But when does he come into action? He comes into action when there is a third party involved, called devotee. Until then he has no action. Only when the devotee comes into picture, he comes into action. So who is responsible for God's leelas and actions? Completely devotees. It's the devotees. The time has come for the devotees to wake up. The time has come for each and every devotee How do I bring him back into action? He has not gone anywhere. He is always involved in action. Why? He made his promise, paryupasate, for the fellows that have constant thought on me, thinking that I am always with them, closer than their own heart. Paryupasate. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam. For those, I will be there. Yoga and Kshema. Yoga is reconnection, religion, relegare, to reunite. I am there for them to reunite, and in the process, Kshemam, for their safety too. I will take care of them. You are my safest place. I am always in your heart. You protect me, Lord, whenever fear comes near me. I believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. So what is most important? Prahalada had the faith and the belief that to the challenge, he doesn't need to respond. Who responds? His God will respond. Why? Bhakta paradhinaya namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhakta paradhinaya namaha. He is the servant of his devotees. Hello? How much more we want to even... He is the servant of the Bhakta paradhinaya namaha. Agre vadhayecha. So God killing, these children are listening and saying, oh my God, this is really violent. Agre vadhaya. The one who kills the enemy right in the front. But in order for him to get engaged in action, the call is from the devotee, Prahlada. Dure vadhayecha. Yes.
The quote you just mentioned is actually a biblical quote from the Psalms. There is a very great devotee called Job who actually sings the song to God by protecting him. He's under extenuating circumstances, just like
You are my safest place. I am always in your sacred hand. You protect me, Lord, whenever fear comes near. I believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. And I know that I am strong in the love of my Lord. I was not singing because my voice is gone. But that is a beautiful offering to God. And we are always in His protective hands. But there is a clause associated with it. If it is a business transaction, oh God, I believe in you, take care of this for me. He does it. But the human being is so foolish. Who wants to go in front of a wish-fulfilling tree and ask for a chocolate? And Swami says that all the time. Yes, I will give you whatever you want me to give you. But ask me for what purpose and mission this avatar has taken that human form. Ask me for that. And that I am ready to give. And what is that he is ready to give you? Is moksha. And what is this moksha? Everybody thinks this moksha is something happens, something leaves the body, and oh my God, there is some merger is happening and all this imagination and vision. Hello, nothing like that. That's all chumma, mental imagination also. Some problem, mental problem, you imagine. Moksha means merging. Swami, one big guy was there. Huh? Swami, he asked Swami in the interview room. Swami asked him, hey, what do you want? Swami, I want moksha, liberation. Really? You are so big, I am so small. How can that happen? Yesterday also in the video you saw one Sevadal volunteer. Swami was saying, oh, big, you are very big. So, moksha does not mean that. Moksha, actually the literal meaning of the word moksha means moha chaya. Moha means attachment. Kshaya means decay. When the attachment decays, when there is no attachment, you don't have to leave your body, nothing like that. The mind is not bound. Therefore, what happens? You are liberated. Nothing affects. Nothing really affects. So, Dure Vadhaicha, in order to protect his devotees, he kills the enemies for his devotees even before the war itself. Even the war doesn't have to happen. What? This fellow is in bliss now. What is that? How do you connect to that? Where did that happen? You don't know. You're just thinking, oh man, cool dude, he's killing the enemies even before going to the war. That's what you're thinking, huh? Why are you in happiness listening to that? Something happened. You connected to something. It's cool. He is the coolest thing. He is very simply. And that is also the incredible thing about Bhagavan is that there is no physical form that is so beautiful, so incredibly connectable to any individual. I think I shared this with you also one time. Even the metal lions on the dais would be waiting for him to come out for darshan. The metal lions on either side, even they will be very anxiously waiting for him to have his, a sneak peek at his beautiful form. Now, Dure Vadhaicha. Who is Dure Vadhaicha? Hello. Connect. How did he kill the enemies even before the war happened? Yeah. Exactly. In Kurukshetra, Dure Vadhaicha means what happened? Arjuna was thinking whether he can kill his grandfather, when he can kill his cousin, all the mamas, the great gurus, all this kind of stuff. And Krishna said, hey, dude, they're all gone, man, already. You don't have to do any action. You think you are the one that is fighting. Excuse me, hello, they're all gone. Look at me. When he showed the Vishwarupa, the entire aspect of the whole war that was about to happen actually was visualized by Krishna. Even before the war happened, entire war like a video movie he was seeing, everything was happening, boom, boom, boom. Everybody is going inside him, killed the whole war, over. And then, oops, what is my job in it? All his plan is already there. It's already done, pre-programmed. We are very simply the instruments that got the opportunity to participate. We got an opportunity to participate in his mission. It is his grace and love that he allowed us to be part of the Satya Sai Baba Center of Sacramento. It is his grace that he enabled it. It is his love that he allowed you to come near him. Nothing less, nothing more. Yes, we understand. When we understand that, we feel humbled. We feel really humbled. We say, oh my God, which God can give me this opportunity to be part of his mission? Dure Vadhaicha. But we have to be ready to play whatever role he wants us to play. Whether it is a janitor, whether it is a bhajan singer, whether it is folding the chairs, there are IAS officers, there are all kinds of greatest people that wash dishes in canteens of Puttaparthi. Why? Because they put apart I, and therefore they were there to serve unconditionally, without any question. There are students that are so qualified that if they get out into the real world, will be making lakhs and lakhs of rupees as a monthly salary, like any other fellow that got an MBA degree. But they choose to be in the presence of the God, even with a meager 10,000 rupees wage per month, because it is an opportunity that God has given them to play that role. But what are we thinking? I don't have time, sir. Today, I really don't have time. I have this problem, I have that problem. This is what is the time for everyone to understand. What is the higher priority in life? Dure vadhaicha also means your entire karma. Om Sri Sai Karma Dhvamsine Namaha. He will take care of all the pains and everything because he gives the anesthesia called the grace. And when this anesthesia of grace is given, you undergo all this karma of yours. Many, many, many births to come, all of that would be jam-packed into one life. Okay, man, take care of all of this, exhausted. Therefore, liberation. No more need to come back to live in the mortal body. Dure vadhaicha means that. Agre vadhaicha, dure vadhaicha, spiritually also means he takes care of the karma that you are supposed to go. There are different types of karmas. When you cut a finger, blood comes out. Immediate action, reaction happening at the same time. If you plant a tree, if you plant a tomato, fruits will come in 3-4 months. But if you plant a coconut tree, fruits will come after many years. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, karma is also like that. There are some karmas, the actions that you are involved in, the result is immediate, right there and then the result is waiting for boom, banging on you. And there are some karmas, nope, sorry, you have to wait and wait. And sometimes you have to wait for many, many births to take care of that karma and that action. This is very important. That doesn't mean inaction, okay? So, here is the thing. People are then, so therefore, sir, I won't do any action, no. It is very important that I become an inert thing like a stone. No need to do any action. Let me be inert. No. When you do an action in an offering to him and you say, Swami, this is your will. This is for you I am doing. I am not doing this for anybody else. I sing a bhajan for you. I chant for you. I serve for you. I love you. I serve you. Nothing else really matters. I don't care who gives me certificate that I sing beautifully or not. How does it really matter? This is passion, okay? Don't think this as when I connect to this, it's passion for Bhagavan. And this passion should be contagious that everybody, when they have this love for him, the whole world will get transformed into a place of incredible thing. When you do that, agre vadha, right there and then, all the karma that you need to go through, all the thing, some car accident or something that needs to happen, he'll make sure that you are diverted or you are taken care of some way. Right there and then, agre vadha, dure vadha, karma that you are supposed to take care of from say 15, 20 births from now or hundreds of births from now, all of that is advanced. He makes sure you go through that and you will go through with his grace. So no need for you to suffer anymore. No pain, no pleasure, no duality, no attachment. Why? He is born within us now. Every action that we are doing is an offering to him. It is an offering of love to him. Agre vadha, dure vadha. The call has to come from the devotee. The action is his. The result also is his. We have no attachment to either. Right? If I do a thing only to please him, it's nothing to do with pleasing you or hurting you. Right? Because when he is sitting there, do we pay attention to him? Or anything else? The time has come for devotees, Sai devotees. Agre vadhaicha, dure vadhaicha, hantrecha, haniyasecha. Hantrecha, haniyasecha means the death and the one who is beyond death. That is what it means. Mrutyuvu, mrutyunjaya. Both are he only, him only. But there is another beautiful spiritual meaning behind it. Hantrecha means the one who kills those that insult him, and the one that actually who punishes those that insult him, and those that actually insult themselves and therefore by doing that insult him. Haniyasecha. For this there are two stories in the mythology. There was a guy that was thinking he's insulting God and insulted God. And he was destroyed by God. Now the adults are all wondering, their brains are churning. Who is that? What is that story? Huh? I'll be very surprised if kids can answer that question. Who is the person in the mythology that insulted God and therefore in the process got destroyed? No? Huh? Ravana. Ravana never came direct contact with Rama until the end. Shishupala, we already went through the story of Ugra. Yeah. Beautiful. Not Parvati. Sati's father. Dakshayani's father. Daksha. Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati is the one that was the father of Sati, one of the incarnations of mother, even before Parvati. He was the head of the entire gods at that point of view. He is a Prajapati. He is a highest title. And when you get this highest title, you forget that actually the yajnas and yagas are actually offered to who? To God. And he wanted to conduct his own yajna as an offering for himself, so that all the gods are, doesn't matter. This also happens with Swami also. After a while we all think we are Swamis. And then Swami is like, oh, now I run my own show. Where is Swami? No, nothing like that. He is the ultimate show. He is the limelight. Every offering goes to him only. Everything that we do is for his lotus feet. It's not for our own conveniences and trials and tribulations. Daksha fall into this trap. Now I am the Prajapati. Oh, this fellow, Shiva, who is he? Oh, excuse me, sir. You should address me as father-in-law. What happened? He was conducting yajna. Brahma, Vishnu were all sitting. All the gods were sitting. And Shiva walks in. Shiva was also sitting. He did not get up to salute Daksha, even though he was the father-in-law. Ooh, man. I am your father-in-law. Father-in-law is equal to father. Don't you need to respect me as a son-in-law? You have to get up and respect me. That is the protocol you have to follow. He said, what protocol, da? I don't follow any protocol. For God there is no protocol. But the only Maryada Purushottam, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, if you watched him during convocations, he doesn't sit down until the Prime Minister or the President or somebody in that congregation sits down. Watch the videos. You will understand what an incredible, everything he does, every single act of his is a symbol of Maryada, what to follow as a protocol. So then what happened? He said, look, I am Shiva. I don't have to respect you or insult you. And so then he left the congregation. But again, Shiva destroyed Daksha. For whose sake? Devotee. Who was the devotee in that case? His own, not Parvati, Sati. Parvati is the daughter of Himavan. Sati is the incarnation before that. And That's why she gave up her name as Dakshayani also. She said, oh, my father is conducting this yajna, I have to go, etc. He told her very gently, look, a yajna that is conducted to insult God is not a yajna. You better be not even there. He very gently told her, but she said, no, I have to go visit my father. It's about time I do that. Look, all the gods are going, everybody is going, it is a status quo. If I don't attend that wedding reception, everybody is going, it is status quo, I have to follow status quo. This is the other, even every single mythological story that we have in Puranas gives an example of living a life, not anything else. These stories are being told not because it is irrelevant, it happened. Swami says, Ramayana is today. In today's human life, Ramayana is an example of how to live a life in dharma and satya. So, Hantrecha, and Shiva did not even go there to kill. Again, the movies thing. If you really look at what happened was, so she goes. When she goes there, she was not even paid respect. And they were doing this yajna. He was insulting Shiva. When Shiva was insulted, when God was insulted in a congregation, the devotee either remains quiet or they just go destroy themselves. She could not bear the insult to the God, so she sacrificed her life. When she sacrificed her life, the God that was in deep meditation, Shiva, immediately noticed that, and he did Shiva Tandava, Pralayam. When he was doing the Shiva Tandava, one of the Jatas, he took one of the Jatas, Jata means a matted hair, matted hair, one of the Jatas, like Shiva is the Jatas. And he took one of the Jatas, and then he hit on the ground, came Veerabhadra. And Veerabhadra went and destroyed the entire yajna of Daksha. Shiva did not even go to that place. His hair follicle can destroy the greatest of the greatest. Hello. Now all the movies they show Shiva going and doing all this. Don't believe in these movies and all. They are only for the mind. That is Hantrecha. The death himself, when you try to insult his devotee. In fact, the devotee got insulted. You understand? This is the other thing that we have to keep in mind. When God is insulted by somebody, it's not that God is insulted. We are insulted. As devotees, we are insulted. When stupid people are talking, and I say stupid, these children think I'm using a bad word. Stupid means foolish people are making all kinds of allegations about him. Who is insulted? The faith of the devotees is insulted. The faith of the devotees is insulted. Therefore, people should walk away from that place. Do not even entertain listening to that kind of stuff. Why? Because if your faith is insulted, who is insulted? You are insulted. Don't engage in a conversation. Sai Ram, please, I don't know any of that stuff. He is God for me. He will be God forever. If you want to figure out what they do with trust and all that kind of stuff, it's not my job. It's not the trust that is faith for me. My trust is in Him. That is my trust. I have the faith in that trust. And therefore, I follow that trust I have in Him. And therefore, Sairam, sister, you want to say something? Okay, you have 3 more minutes. What time is it now? Pardon me? 6 more minutes, okay. Give me 2-minute warning. Okay. So, today we have medical class? Okay. In the front mandir. Okay. So, what I was saying is, the insult piece of it here is very important. There are those that insult God, and that is hantrecha, haniyasecha. With this I will stop for today. Next class we will continue the rest of the meaning. Haniyasecha means those that insult God by insulting themselves. Who is the example of that? Plenty in the world, but the one in mythological story. Who insulted God by insulting himself because of his own insecurity? There are two examples of that. Who was the king during Jesus' time? Huh? Huh? Speak louder, ma. What did he do? No, the one that actually declared. No. I'm talking about before Jesus was born, not the one that actually. Yeah, who is that? Herod. Why did he do that? Exactly. He was threatened. There was a king that was coming. Yeah. History repeats. Now I asked her that question because it didn't happen too long ago. Krishna 5,000 years ago. But this one is 2,000 years ago. History repeats. This fellow heard a king was coming, he got threatened and he insulted. He was fearful of himself. And therefore what did he do? He tried to find each and every baby to be killed. Moses, I don't know. No, but this is, Ramses. Yeah. It's Ramses. So, but this story is, in that case, Ramses was jealous of, he wanted to suppress all the slaves. And there was all that story behind it. But this one, the story with Kamsa, or with the king that killed all the babies, was he was afraid of himself. And when you are afraid of yourself, the insecurity results in putting the blame on somebody else. And therefore he wanted to kill everybody else. When you are fearful of yourself, then you are insulting yourself. Hantrecha, haniyasecha. Then the rest of the one, I am taking time to connect to this because there is an utmost spiritual significance to this Anuvakam at a metaphysical and spiritual level. And when these examples kind of are very important and they highlight the glory of God in a very different way on how he manifests himself to take care of his devotees. So let's chant this Somaya Charudraya and then we'll close. Om Hara 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 Om Namah Somaya Charudraya Namah Stamraya Charunaya Namah Shangaya Pashupataye Namah Ugraya cha Bhimaya cha namo Agre Vadaya cha Dure Vadaya cha namo Hantre cha Haniyase cha namo Vrutshebhyo Harikeshebhyo Namah Saraya Namah Shambhave cha मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाक्याय च ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति